It's Wednesday. It's the 17th of the month of December as we quickly count down the days to the holidays, Christmas,
That's
Hanukkah,
right.
New Year's, and all that. Thank you for being with us. This is Wayne Goldsboro Television. I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best. Good Wednesday morning. Glad to have you with us.
I'm so excited. Today's the 17th. It's the anniversary of the flight of the Wright brothers plane.
Oh, is that today?
Flyer 1. Whoopee.
Wow.
There you go.
Man, that really opened the door for so
Didn't
many.
it, though? Now, regardless of what you believe, there's some people who say that they weren't really the first heavier than air flight. They didn't invent flying. They didn't. They were the first who documented heavier than air flight. Okay, and that's what really happened. And I've been to that site, but I didn't go until last year. Have you been there?
Absolutely.
I didn't go until last year, and I've always been a fan of flying ever since I was about that tall. Yeah. So anyway, Wright brothers, congratulations, fellas.
Absolutely.
They
Absolutely.
passed on, I think.
Yeah,
anyway,
I think they might have.
Yeah, some years ago.
Well, on today's show, we have
who's on today's
some
show?
interesting show today.
Really?
We have one of our little local celebrities, Miss Majesty Rose.
Really?
Yes.
She's oh boy.
She's in the studio talking with us, and she was one of the top 10 finalists for American Idol.
Yep.
She went on tour with them all across the United States. Lots to tell us about.
Oh boy.
And then she's got something special that's going to be happening right here in our own hometown, Goldsboro.
Well, that's good news.
Coming up soon. Then we also have on the show today Beth Rose. She is from Habitat for Humanity.
Okay.
And she's giving us some pretty impressive statistics. Yeah.
Okay.
So stay tuned for all of that coming up.
I want to hear all that coming up here. Well, let's see. Also, you know, yesterday you and I were talking about our favorite Christmas or holiday songs.
Yes.
And I mentioned a couple, you mentioned a couple, and Barbara threw in a couple of her favorites. There's so many, and I love this time of year, and I love Christmas songs and holiday songs, religious and secular. I love them all. But for sheer talent, I think Mannheim Steamroller.
Oh my goodness!
They just do such an amazing
job. They
job.
are fantastic.
And I've seen some of the specials on TV, and they are great.
For sure.
And let's see, what else was I wanted to mention one other one. There's some that are not heard anymore that have been around for a number of years. I'm a big fan of the Mills Brothers from the 30s and 40s. And they did a song called I Believe in Santa Claus.
Okay.
And that is just an easy-going, of course, you know the Mills Brothers, you know how they were anyway, but everything they did was great. That's one of my favorites as well.
Well, I enjoy the artist Harry Connick Jr.
Oh, yeah.
And Michael Bublé, of course. Both of them, I enjoy their Christmas music. It's some of them are fun, and the others are just so easy to listen to. You just like saying his name. But they're all on my phone.
Oh yeah, I like
enjoy
Bublé
it very
as well.
much.
Bublé is so talented, and
he is.
Of course, so is Connick.
Yes,
you know, it's just so easy for them. Okay, trivia question for today.
Yes,
Today's
holiday
trivia question. Yes. What was the name of Tiny Tim's father?
Oh my goodness, I have no idea.
What was his father's name? Sure you do.
Cratchit. I have no idea.
Okay. All right. And the second question is, if you added up the number of gifts you receive in the 12 days of Christmas, how many gifts would you receive if you added them all up?
I have no idea.
Okay, well, think about that and do some quick addition there, and it's an interesting number.
5 golden rings.
That's it. 5 gold rings and a bunch of other stuff.
Yes,
okay?
a whole bunch. We don't even want to try to sing that song.
Don't even want to try. Don't even want to start.
No.
Okay, so that's the trivia question.
Fantastic.
Two trivia questions for today. Today's the 17th. Right. Today, the Drama Club presentation at the Senior Center on East Ash Street begins at 10 a.m. this morning.
Remember, Child of the Promise is going to be this weekend at the Paramount Theater.
Oh, boy.
It is an absolutely beautiful and very unique show. I have seen it myself personally several times, and it is inspirational, and you walk out of there feeling goosebumps. It is local talent. Yes.
Goosebumps.
You get goosebumps.
Oh, wow.
It's local talent that have come together from multiple churches across our community and put this show on its very unusual twist on the life of Christ. And I will tell you, it is fantastic. If you've never seen it, actually my mom gets tickets and gives them to friends as gifts because it's that good.
Wow.
It really is a fantastic show. Offered Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You can get your tickets at the box office, GoldsboroParamount.com, or you can go to the Paramount, walk right in the door, and purchase them right there.
All right. Very good. All right.
I believe it's time to go to our interviews.
Go to our interviews now.
Joining me in the studio today is Goldsboro's very own Majesty Rose.
Hi.
We're so excited to have her here today. She is American Idol Top 10 finalist, and we're here to find out a little bit about her American Idol journey. Welcome to the show, Majesty.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Welcome back to Goldsboro.
Yes, so good to be home.
Oh, I know it is. You know, we've talked so much off camera about your American Idol journey, what all the different experiences you had there, and we want to share some of those experiences with Goldsboro and with your hometown community.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit, if you will, about behind the scenes, some of the things from how you got on American Idol, how you ended up auditioning to where you are today.
Well, behind the scenes of American Idol is not too pretty. Like, as you see it all put together on the show, it's very different, and it's like a catastrophe throughout the week, really.
Wow.
It's crazy.
That's total showbiz, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, how did you end up even auditioning for American Idol?
Well, actually, I was on a family vacation. We were at Disney World, and they have like a Disney Idol experience, and somebody just begged me to go, and I mean, I just did it, and it was an all-day thing, and I actually won. And so I got a little golden ticket, and it got me to the front of the line.
So you didn't have to wait in line with like all those thousands of people?
Yeah. So it was just that fast, and so I kind of took it as fate that I should go.
So you weren't even planning on auditioning at
No,
all?
I would have not auditioned for American Idol.
So a family vacation, just as a joke, decide to let's go audition and see what happens, and then you won the whole thing.
Yes.
And then you ended up on American Idol. And so when you actually got there, your golden ticket got you there, but how far back were you? I mean, was it top 30? Was it 50? Was it 100?
How far back was I? What do you mean?
When you got that golden ticket and you arrived in LA to continue your audition process, were there still thousands of people in the process?
Yeah, it was. So basically, it was only about 100 people in my city. I went to Atlanta from Audition City, so it was like 100 people with a dream ticket.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So then from that point, you kept being, every week they would weed more and more people out. So did you have to keep practicing in the background? What did you do to prepare each week?
It was a lot. It was a lot per week. We were practicing multiple songs at one time, trying to figure out which one's the best, with a lot of vocal coaches and a lot of celebrity people and past idols would come to help us. And so it was a lot. It was a lot that went in it. And we also had to do a lot of promos and just outfits and hair. It was a lot going on.
From a girl who grew up in Goldsboro, North Carolina, who enjoyed singing, you sang all the time here, to all of a sudden you're in the chaotic world of American Idol. I can't imagine the pressure you must have felt.
It was
ridiculous.
But pressure. Yeah, it was a lot of different emotions, a lot of different feelings at one time.
Well, how did you keep yourself motivated and going on a daily basis? Because you were there how long?
It was probably three months straight that was in the competition. But I mean, my American Idol process was like a year. It was a whole year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as you're up there, how do you stay motivated?
Well, I journaled a lot. I didn't have a lot of time to talk to my family, but I definitely got in my quiet place to, keep myself level-headed and remember, the reason why I was doing stuff, and that really kept me motivated, I guess.
Right. Why would you say you were doing it? Why were you auditioning for American Idol, and why did you continue that process for you personally?
Well, I always thought of myself as a good role model. I mean, I did a lot of community service, I guess. I sang at a lot of churches, a lot of youth groups, and I sang at nursing homes in Goldsboro. I just did a lot of stuff to give. And so I knew that I had something that the world needed to see. Because there's not a lot of people who want to, kind of give their life away, so to speak, for someone else. So I thought that was a good thing, to be able to inspire people to do something else like that.
Absolutely. So what would you say you learned through that whole entire experience, a year's worth of American Idol chaos? What would you say you learned most from that experience?
Well, I'll have to say it was definitely perseverance. I mean, there was a lot of ups and downs in American Idol. One week you're the best, and the next week they're like, you weren't so great. We didn't like that.
An emotional roller coaster, huh?
Yeah, so that's the thing. I had to persevere and know who I was the whole time, so that, the votes or whatever they wanted to say, how my performance was, that it wouldn't sway me. So, yeah.
How do they work with you individually? Like, do they try to hone in on your personal likes and dislikes and what you're trying to go for, or do they try to create someone?
In some ways, they get a lot of feedback from us and who we want to be, but in a lot of other ways, they really do already know what they want for the show. So you have a lot of different voices. You have people who are for you, and then you have some people you're not really sure if they just want, good publicity and a good show. So it's a lot to really think about. You hear a lot of voices all the time, so I just had to think about what I wanted to do a lot.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Well, as you're finishing that, that wrapping up of that year, and you're down to the last little bit, how did you deal with being voted off? You were in top 10. How did you deal with that emotionally?
I mean, I dealt with it just because,
it was what it was.
Yeah.
I guess, you're being voted off. Did you have support from home, from family, from friends?
Yes. I mean, I know Goldsboro supported me so much, and then my family did. And I always went through it as whatever happens was supposed to happen. So,
right.
I mean, that was the thing that I really did rest on the whole time. But obviously, it was shocking. I didn't expect it. But, I mean, I kind of got over it pretty fast.
Yeah.
Well, plus I was going on tour. So.
That's what I was going to say. Tell us about that exciting summer tour you just did, finished up with American Idol.
It was a great experience. I learned a lot about myself as an artist, and I really developed my artistry throughout tour. And it was a lot different than American Idol because, it wasn't a competition anymore. Right. So we just went out there and just performed and had a lot of audience feedback and stuff like that. And we got to know our fans a lot more. During tour, so that was really nice.
So how many cities did you all visit, do you know?
It was 40 cities.
40?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, you guys were all over the United States.
Yeah.
Wow, there was 10 of you. Did you have representatives from American Idol with you, I would assume?
Yeah, we had a team, and we had a lot of people who worked with multiple artists, real artists that have been in the business for a long time. So it was really great to work with a lot of those people.
Well, tell us a few of the names of people that you worked with throughout that journey. I heard you mention, we were talking earlier, Adam Lambert.
Yeah, he was my coach for a while. He coached me to do Happy.
Oh, that's good.
So yeah, he helped me a lot. He helped me. And then I have Michael Orland. He's done everybody. He's worked with Glee and like a lot of different old artists. And Dorian Holly, he worked with Whitney Houston, a lot of soulful people, so they were my coaches.
Oh, wow, yeah, so you had some big name, very experienced individuals working with you through this process, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Well, what do you want to do now? Where do you see yourself now, say in 3 years? What does Majesty want to be doing?
Well, I want to keep doing my music, and I want people to know who I am as an artist now that I'm figuring out who that is. Definitely going to keep writing and keep expressing myself through that. But, my music is really just a tool for me to use and just to reach people and for them to understand there's more to life than just what they turn on and listen to on the radio every day.
Right.
So my music will be definitely different and very inspirational and just a lot of deep thinking, because that's what I like to do, journal and stuff.
Well, we'll see where this journey, where you end up through this journey.
Yes.
Goldsboro is very proud of you. I know you had lots of support here. We're very, very proud of you. So excited to see where this journey is going to take you now.
Yes.
So thank you for being with us, and thank you for continuing to be the sweet Majesty that you stayed true to yourself. You really truly did through this process, and you say you didn't know who you were, but we see the same Majesty. We see someone who now maybe is a little more secure in herself.
Yeah, that's true.
And a little more self-confident. But like you said, you learned a lot about your journey and your performance journey actually on a stage. Going, 40
that's
different
crazy.
cities. Yeah. Well, if you've not experienced those individual different type of environments and venues before, as I don't think you did, then of course you're going to learn through that and gain more and more confidence and sort of figure out who you are.
Yes.
But we're excited for you.
Yes.
Excited to watch you go through this journey, and if you need anything, Goldsboro's here.
Yes,
tell them about you have a big concert coming up.
Yes, well,
tell
I
us
do
about
have
that.
a big concert. February 12th is going to be at the Paramount, and I'm really excited. We're starting to plan it, and it's going to be a lot of songs that I've done on the show, and then a lot of songs that I just like.
Yeah.
And I think people will get to see more of who I am as an artist there, and so it'll be fun, and I'll get to know Goldsboro better.
That's right.
So.
Will this be Majesty and a band, or Majesty by herself, or a little of both?
Yes.
Majesty and a band, February the 12th, 7 o'clock p.m. at the Paramount Theater.
Yes.
Tickets are $10. Next week, people can start purchasing them. I believe it'll be like the week of December. We are in December, right?
Yes.
December around the 19th, 20th, I believe. They're going to go on sale, $10 each, and we would like to invite everybody in Goldsboro. And heck, it don't have to be Goldsboro. It can be all across the
all
state.
my fans that follow me on Twitter and stuff, I know they're going to want to come, so you guys got to look out for that.
Paramount Theater, 7 o'clock.
Yes.
February the 12th. All right, excited for you, Majesty.
Yes.
And thank you, everybody, for listening. If you're interested in coming to one of her concerts, February 12th, the next one, it can be a stocking stuffer.
Oh, yeah.
Good idea, parents. Get your tickets soon. Thanks for being with us. Have you heard the latest on what's happening with Habitat for Humanity of Goldsboro, Wayne County? Well, joining me in the studio today is Beth Rose. She's here to tell us about what's happening and how you as a community can assist. Hi, Beth. Welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you so much for having me again.
We're glad to have you back, and I know you all have some big things happening right now. Tell me a little bit about what's happening and why you are so motivated this year.
So we still have homes that are being constructed. We're finishing up 3 homes right now, and then have quite a few that we're getting ready to start building, so that's always exciting. But at this time of the year, we start doing what we call our annual appeal. We look and say, okay, where are we, and where are we fitting in, not only within the habitat world, but in our community, and kind of take a little bit of a gauge and say, okay, what's being done, what needs to be done, and what do we need to do to accomplish these tasks. So as we look through for the end of the year, one of the things that we've had to do is really crunch numbers and look and see, well, where does Wayne County fit in, and exactly what are our margins, and where do we see that we need some improvement. And the numbers this year are absolutely staggering.
And this is referring to families being in need in Wayne County.
Yes, families in need, and the state will actually go through, and county by county, they will do polls and determine what is the rate of homelessness, what's the rate of people at the poverty level, what is the rate of children at the poverty level, what's the rate of senior citizens. And so it really is broken down, just a ton of numbers. And when we look at them for Wayne County, we see that 41% of the population is living in substandard housing. And a lot of people are like, well, what does that mean?
Right.
Substandard housing could be anything from overcrowding. It could mean that you look down and you see the dirt when you look at the floor. It could mean that you've got a roof that's leaking. There's a lot of things that that go into what we consider substandard. And that's a word that's really one that's like, okay, well, define that.
Right.
So there's a little bit of confusion sometimes around that. We also have to say that 67% of children in our county are at or below the poverty line. Now, that could mean maybe they get free or reduced lunch. Maybe they're entitled to other programs that are offering assistance. But that's a staggering number as well.
67%. And that's Goldsboro and Wayne County.
Goldsboro and Wayne County. 18% of the population in Wayne County is homeless.
That is amazing.
It's 18%. Amazing. And you think, well, I don't know, that many people. I don't see that. It's not in my neighborhood. Or, well, I just didn't know. Or, well, they've got shelters or whatever. But it's a lot more broad than I think sometimes we have the scope to really realize how encompassing it is. But the problem is real. And it's something that once you recognize it, you say, okay, well, what's in my toolbox and what do I have that I can do to help?
Right.
And with Habitat, we do not give away homes. We can't just go out and say, okay, we can give a home to everybody. But there are a lot of deserving families who don't need a handout, but they need a hand up. So what we're asking is if people can give a monetary donation, a donation to our restore, or donate their time as a volunteer. That will drastically help us in our efforts to go ahead and build more homes, build them faster, and be able to help more families so that we aren't seeing the same thing year after year. And one of the things that we always hear is how once the cycle is broken, children are able to do better in schools, parents are able to go and maybe go back and get higher education, they get better jobs, and it does not have to be a cycle that continues and continues and continues, but it's going to take a whole lot of work.
And it can be broken. This cycle absolutely can be broken. You told me a story recently, and it has stuck with me, about a gentleman who grew up in poverty until his family was lucky enough to be a recipient of a Habitat house. And you know the story better than I do, so I'm going to let you finish it.
So he is currently a physician at Wayne Memorial Hospital, and you will see him pretty much every Saturday out at the job site volunteering. And he told us, he said, if I had not had the opportunity afforded to me of growing up in a stable home, in a stable neighborhood, I never would have been able to go to college, much less to continue and go to medical school. And now he's back in our community, and he's giving back on multiple levels, not only in his work,
in his
but also as a volunteer. So that's a great example of how it does not have to continue. And you look at, there's a Maya Angelou quote that says, if you get, give; if you learn, teach. And the same thing goes in our community. And we all have something to offer, where it's a penny, a talent, our time. We all have something we can do to give back. But it's very much an eye-opener to see the statistics we have. But I also know that we are a community that has the capability of giving back, and
that's been proven.
It's been proven, and there's so much here. It's just a rich community, both in heart and time and efforts and talents. So I know this is something that we can improve, but it's going to take all of us.
It is, and right here with your annual appeal happening right now for Habitat, you know, community, if you can help, well, like she said, like Beth was telling us, you can give something to the Habitat Restore this season when you're cleaning out your home.
And you get a tax donation too.
Yes, you do. You can't beat that. But when you're cleaning out for these new gifts that are going to be coming this holiday season, this is the time. Or springtime, when you get ready to start spring cleaning.
Absolutely.
If you have items that are still in good condition, but you're just ready to move on with something else, the Habitat Restore is the place to take it.
Absolutely. Or if you say, I don't have anything to donate to the Restore, but I'd like to volunteer, you can sign up online to volunteer. Or if you say, well, you know, I'm not where I can volunteer, I'm not where I can donate, but I'd like to give money. Absolutely. You can donate online. You can send a check. There's a lot of ways, but there's a way that every one of us can help.
And it's habitatgoldsboro.org. Okay, habitatgoldsboro.org. Well, thank you so much, Beth, for coming in. Habitat, as always, has a place in my heart, and I know it does for many others here in Goldsboro, Wayne County. So if you're interested in participating in any way, you can visit their website, goldsborohabitat.org, or you can give them a call. They'd love to have your time, your money, your talents.
Absolutely.
Your things that you want to give to the Restore. The list goes on and on and on, but just help. If you're interested, that's the information you should follow. Thank you so much for being a part of our show. Thank you so much for having a soft spot in your heart for Habitat for Humanity.
And we're back on Wayne Goldsboro Television.
Oh,
you know, I mentioned the Wright brothers' flight this day in 1903, December
17th?
17th. Yeah,
yes.
That's today, isn't it?
Yes.
That's today. All right,
is.
December 17th. Also on this day, 1955, has nothing to do with flying. Carl Perkins wrote Blue Suede Shoes this day, 1955.
Oh, wow.
And in 1969, Tiny Tim and Miss Vicky were married on The Tonight Show, and I remember that real well.
Wow.
Yeah, Tiny Tim. Herbert Corey was his name.
Well, what was Tiny Tim's dad's name? Isn't that the trivia question you asked earlier?
Oh, that Tiny Tim. Yeah, that's
different Tiny Tim. You just said Tiny Tim.
I did, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
See how quickly my brain freezes. Tiny Tim's father's name in the movie and the story of Christmas Carol, his father's name was Bob Cratchit.
Bob Cratchit. I should have remembered
that.
That's
right.
If I had have gone to see the Christmas Carol recently, it would have been on my brain.
You would have known that.
But I was out of town, so I did not see that.
Right. And there was another
I heard great things about that show at the Paramount.
Yes. That is a great.
All from center stage.
Fantastic. Talent. Woo.
You asked another question. Did we already answer it?
I don't know. Did we?
I don't know. Look back at your question.
I don't know. I got so many questions here. I have no idea.
That is too funny.
Anyway, if you know that we ask another trivia question, I hope you know the answer.
Me too, because we don't.
I have no idea.
Don't even remember the question.
Okay, birthdays today.
Yes.
Bernard Hill. Bernard Hill is an elderly gentleman who's done a ton of television and movies. He is 80 today. He's done the movie Shirley Valentine, Bellman and True, Drowning by the Numbers, No Surrender, The Bounty, and Gandhi. Bernard Hill is 80. Birthday today for Ernie Hudson. You may know Ernie Hudson. He's been around a long time. He did the movie Tornado. He did Broken Badges, Ghostbusters series, Hand That Rocks the Cradle. He's 79 today. Barry Livingston of My Three Sons.
Okay, yes.
I believe he was Chip. He was one of them. He is 61 today, can you believe that? Can't believe that.
How we grow up.
Oh, fast the time.
Happy birthday.
Happy everything. There you
That's
go.
That's exactly right.
Okay, I dropped all that stuff too.
Oh, wow.
Gee whiz. What's going on tomorrow at the Senior Center? The walking group, the painting group, the bridge group, they all group together. That's it tomorrow at the Senior Center. Also bingo at 10 o'clock, pinochle at 1 p.m., senior functional fitness testing at 5:30 tomorrow evening. Golden gloves, I'm sorry. Golden Grooves.
Well, how about that?
Yeah.
A little different.
Where you actually dance and hit each other at the same time. Golden Grooves dance classes at 6 p.m. I'm just kidding about that hitting.
Of course you are.
All right, Learn Fitness Equipment. That's at 7:30 tomorrow evening at the Senior Center.
All right.
Woo.
Don't forget Jingle in the Park this weekend. It's the last weekend, your last opportunity to skate in an ice skating rink downtown. Not downtown. That sort of is.
Well, it's kind of sort of.
In your community.
Your community.
Outside.
Outside.
In a park.
In a park.
Kind of like Rockefeller Center.
Kind of.
Sort of.
If you own a heater
Central Park.
and you can do without it, I mean, if you own a heater and you would like to donate it to someone, there are people who need heaters. Talk to someone at the Services on Aging. They'll find a home for your heater. There are seniors in need at the Senior Center. If you own a heater, one of these small heaters, please call the Senior Center. Go on out there. Also, if you get a Christmas gift you do not need,
yes,
consider donating it to the gift shop there at the Senior Center.
Oh, that's a nice idea.
Where 100% of the proceeds, all the proceeds from the Senior Center, go to the gift shop, go toward the Senior Center, rather.
Nice.
Go to the Senior Center, please.
Don't forget, Majesty told you about it in her interview. She will be holding her first concert here at the Paramount Theater on February the 12th, 7:00 p.m. Tickets are $10. Get your ticket today. You can call the Paramount or you can look online, GoldsboroParamount.com, and get your tickets that way. We want to support our very own Majesty Rose.
Just remember, if you have trouble remembering that date, that's Lincoln's birthday.
There you go.
There you go. February 12th. Why do I remember that? I have no idea.
You remember all that historic trivia.
I know. Don't you hate that?
I don't hate it. I like it.
Oh, okay. In that case,
I don't know it, but I enjoy it.
There you go. Well, that was rather poetic. I guess we got to go.
I guess we do, too.
We got to go.
Happy Wednesday, everybody.
Happy everything to you there. Join us again tomorrow. We'll be right here. Hope you're right there to join us for this, whatever this is. Until then, this is Wayne Goldsboro Television, and I'm Wayne Alley.
I'm Kim Best, and this is what's happening in your community.